Actually, Spell Shield's so good into this comp, isn't it? Like, you can Spell Shield Zap, you can Spell Shield the traps from Jinx, you can Spell Shield the hook, you can Spell Shield Silas, the Maokai ultimate, and Shock Blast. So
you can actually Spell Shield every ability in the game, buddy.
Looking very realistic right now. Doggo doesn't have much mana, but the Maokai's on the top side of the map.
Ginger spotted on vision.
Here we go.
Tarzan a mile away. Kaiwing looking for that hook. Ginger steps forward. Hook's going to land onto Kyle. He's pulled back. Played. And first blood goes to CFO. Tarzan looking for the flank here onto Honkyu in the mid lane. Kaiwing surviving towards the bottom side. Hope electing not to go any further as they get the twisted advance in the mid lane onto Honkyu. Shanks looking for the damage but doesn't have a huge amount of mana. The twofold hex might be enough from Honkyu here. He flashes over the wall in the void. Sparrow smash against the auto down. The sapling will send him to his grave, but in a 2v1 he finds the kill. Tarzan knocked up by Ginger. No red buff on him though, so I don't think he's going to chase any further.
Into the mid lane from the Blitzcrank as Kaiwing sets his sights on bot.
Flandre needs to be careful here because there's the lantern, there's the play. Flandre, he was looking for the prediction flag on the death sentence, but it's still enough. Kaiwing will take the kill. CFO will claim the feat of strength or the feat of warfare.
Advantage. Mid also with an advantage. Grubs being started off by Tarzan. He's no stranger to this objective. Smite's going to come through, and I imagine he's just going to back away.
He gets one of them. Might look for a second as well. The lantern down. Ginger will get a smite of his own.
Okay.
Getting the second, obviously taking away that objective for the feats is quite nice. Honky was low mana in the mid lane as well.
But also Doggo had just backed, and they knew that Hope was making his way back out onto the map, so if they forced that fight, they were guaranteed to be at a numbers disadvantage. They wisely disengage. Way to the bot lane. And CFO should get this one uncontested, as we know Tarzan's on the top side of the map, but also a bunch of resets have just come through from AL.
And a bunch of question mark pings coming out towards that top tower as well from CFO. I'm not quite sure. He's going to be really squishy. Will do a bunch of damage, but it'll be a little bit hard for him as Doggo is the one caught out, and he puts the spell shield, but still caught by the flame chompers. There's the shutdown for Hope, and he evens out that gold in the AD carry position.
Much needed gold injection for Hope, and the combo was clean. The traps come down, and as you identified, Medic, the spell shield was on the knock-up of Kyle. So when he takes the lantern to safety, he actually gets dragged through the traps and locked up. The flash follow-through comes from Tarzan. Big damage onto Shanks.
Shanks steals away the ultimate here, looking for the chase. Ginger in with the Cataclysm, and now Kyle's underneath that tower. Shanks tanking it as well, he'll fall. It's 2-0 so far as CFO try and continue to turn this fight around. The dive, disastrous! Hope almost falls, but he has the barrier just in time to survive through Honkyu's burst.
Doggo thinking he can get a great trade onto Hope. Gets locked at hit. The spell shield's the knock up, but then gets dragged through the trap.
One ward just over here, which gives Kyle an opportunity to find a hook. He'll step forward, clears out the vision, rest coming across. Is that Rift Herald still pretty healthy? 6,000 now. Kyle still looking for that hook. There's the Nature's Grasp coming out from Tarzan as AL wants to take the fight. A couple of roots going down, but between worlds goes the Aurora. Rest able to dodge away. The lantern there as well for him. Shanks steals the Cataclysm. Riptail secured by CFO. A counter Cataclysm onto Tarzan. Not really the target you want. Doggo untouched so far. Almost eats a zap as Shanks dives back in. Flashes over the flag and drag as Hope flashes forward as well, with CFO have managed to get 4 members out. Ginger almost takes down Hope, but gives the bounty across. And CFO will manage to get out with 4 players alive.
My goodness, those health bars got very low on both sides.
Here to answer on the top side. AL will get their first tower of the game, but CFO have already secured a turret of their own and have those feats of strength complete.
Right now he can't find one. The base is coming through from Tarzan, so it looks like they're just going to concede this. Tower secured as well. A gamble as the Jinx rocket comes through to try and steal, but it's not going to convert into much.
It would have been the most adventurous contest I've ever seen if AL decided to fight around that one. Honkyu, it was tentative at best. Like maybe I get a flash out, maybe I get a spell out of Honkyu. The bot lane tower is really the focus for both these teams right now. CFO will keep this Atakan aggroed, at least for the time being, as AL begin to collapse here, Betty.
Bot tower finally secured. Hey, Shanks with the level 10. On the Rod of Ages, now closing the experience gap. TP in mid lane is super dangerous.
It's rest. He should be okay. As Shanks jumps in, and he's not okay at all. Has to flash across the wall. Shanks gonna dive forward, and the Super Mega Death Rocket hits its man. I thought Cassante would be tankier as Shanks flashes in and looks for another. He'll get the double. CFO trying to react to anyone's legend, but they just weren't quick enough.
Kyle gonna sidestep the poke from Honkyu. Will not connect with the ult, and Honkyu throwing out the ulti himself will do very little damage. Artican cannot be contested. And AL with a beautiful punish onto CFO. CFO, as you rightly highlighted, Medic, had just committed one too many members to the bot side of the map.
We'll take the tier 2. That's what Flandre is starting to do right now, while the rest of AL will try to collapse. Shanks off vision on the control ward. As there's the Nature's Grasp eaten up. Kaiwing Mikhails himself, but the hook still lands, and the Fame Trumpets is down. Honkyu trying to dive in. Shanks on the backline immediately, and Hope is on a killing spree. He finds one. Looking at Junja now as Doggo. Can't survive through Shanks. Rest goes all out, but Shanks goes golden as AL sends CFO to the morgue.
A flawless team fight from AL as they execute perfectly. Focusing down Kaiwing, making it a front to back, and drawing their attention away from Shanks on the flank. They take out 4, only Junja is left, and maybe, just maybe, he can find a steal. But AL are looking to secure the Baron here in Game 4. The Edge, an LDR, and a Kraken Slayer.
Yeah.
You want Hope to be on your side.
It's true.
And right now, he and Shanks have bounced back beautifully. The early game was very rough, but Hope hasn't died yet this game. Tarzan in a similar position, and with the Baron buff, they'll now start getting closer to the base of CFO. They'll need to turtle. They have a great champion for it. Hook connects.
Another hook onto Rest. Tries to Pathmaker out, but the Flame Chompers will stop his retreat. Flandre now gets the kill, and Rest is sent to the afterlife. For AL, they can just continue to push in, and this is the defensive positioning against a Blitzcrank is so darn hard, because again, he looks for the hook. Honkyu has to use the ultimate to buffer out of it. And now he's caught up in Shanks' Cataclysm, who continues to chase forward. The Nature's Grasp coming out, Junja the one locked up. The Lantern from Kaiwing won't be taken by anyone as AL force CFO away from their inhibitor. Shanks dives in once again with the Abscond Abduct, and Junja is just trying to get away, but he's slain. A King Slayer to take down Junja. And AL will take the mid inhib, will take the top inhib as they TP in and look for the end.
AL is looking to close things out. It was a hard-fought series. They were pushed to their limit. But AL see the Nexus.
Shanks dives in, goes between worlds. The Nexus towers fall. And CFO can only watch as AL rip them to shreds. The Oysters are shocked. The Pandas are eating good. AL claim the series 3-1.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.